Are you planning a visit to the renowned Louvre Museum in Paris? In this video, we'll guide you through everything you need to know to make the most of your experience. Join us as we delve into fascinating topics about the Louvre. Number 1. How much time do you need for the Louvre Museum? The Louvre Museum is incredibly vast, housing thousands of artworks and exhibits. The amount of time you'll need to explore the museum depends on your level of interest, the areas you want to visit, and the pace at which you prefer to explore. While it's possible to spend days exploring every corner of the Louvre, most visitors typically spend around 2 to 3 hours in the museum. This time frame allows you to see some of the main highlights and important artworks. However, if you're particularly interested in art or history, you may want to allocate more time for a more in-depth experience. Number 2. Can you get the Louvre Museum tickets on the spot? While it's possible to get Louvre Museum tickets on the spot, only a very limited number of tickets are available for purchase at the entrance, and only during off-peak times. So if you want to be sure to visit the museum, you really should book timed entry tickets in advance. Number 3. Can you leave the Louvre and come back? Louvre Museum tickets are timed and valid for one entry, so you cannot use the same ticket to come back to the museum. Once you leave the Louvre, you will not be able to enter with the same ticket again. Number 4. Are backpacks allowed at the Louvre Museum? Yes, backpacks are allowed at the Louvre Museum, but there are certain guidelines and restrictions to keep in mind. Small backpacks are permitted, and the maximum size of the bags allowed inside is 55 by 35 by 20 centimeters. However, larger backpacks and bags may not be allowed inside certain galleries or exhibition areas. In such cases, you will be required to use the free lockers provided by the museum to store your bags during your visit. It's a good idea to travel light and carry a smaller backpack to ensure a smooth experience inside the museum. Number 5. What are the Louvre must-sees? The Louvre Museum is home to a vast collection of artworks and historical artifacts. While personal preferences may vary, there are several iconic and must-see attractions that visitors often prioritize. Here are some of the Louvre's most famous and highly recommended artworks. Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. This small portrait painting is arguably the museum's most famous and popular work. It is located in the Denon Wing, first floor, in the Salle des États. Venus de Milo by Alexandros of Antioch. This ancient Greek statue depicts the goddess Aphrodite, Venus, and is admired for its beauty and grace. It can be found in the Aphrodite room on the ground floor of the Sully Wing. Winged Victory of Samothrace. This monumental Hellenistic sculpture of Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, is displayed on a staircase in the Daru staircase of the Denon Wing. These three works are often considered the Louvre's most significant highlights. However, there are many other remarkable pieces to explore, including the Great Sphinx of Tanis, Hammurabi's Code, the Raft of the Medusa, and countless other masterpieces from various civilizations and periods of history. It's worth noting that the Louvre's collection is vast, and you may need to prioritize based on your personal interests and the time you have available to explore. Number 6. Is photography allowed in the Louvre Museum? Photography is allowed in most areas of the Louvre Museum for personal, non-commercial use. However, the use of flash, tripods, and selfie sticks is prohibited. Additionally, some temporary exhibitions or specific artworks may have restrictions on photography, so it's always a good idea to check for any signage or ask the staff for guidance before taking photographs. Number 7. Are there audio guides or guided tours available at the Louvre Museum? Yes, the Louvre Museum offers audio guides and guided tours to enhance visitors' experience and provide more information about the artworks and the museum's history. Here are some options available. Audio guides. The Louvre provides audio guides in multiple languages, including English, French, Spanish, German, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Portuguese. These handheld devices offer pre-recorded commentary on various artworks and sections of the museum, allowing visitors to explore at their own pace. The audio guides provide insightful details about the highlights of the collection and can be rented at the museum for an additional fee. Guided tours. The Louvre Museum offers a range of guided tours led by knowledgeable guides who provide in-depth information about the artworks and historical context. These tours cater to different interests and themes, such as general highlights, specific periods, or specialized collections. The tours typically have a set duration and require booking in advance. They offer an engaging and educational experience, providing valuable insights into the museum's treasures. Virtual guided tours. In addition to in-person guided tours, the Louvre also offers virtual guided tours, allowing visitors to explore the museum's collection remotely. These virtual tours provide a guided walkthrough of selected artworks and areas of the museum, accompanied by expert commentary and explanations. It's advisable to check the official Louvre Museum website or contact their visitor services for the most up-to-date information on audio guides and guided tours, including availability, schedules, and booking procedures. Number 8. Are there dining options inside the Louvre Museum? Yes, the Louvre Museum has several dining options available for visitors. There are cafes, restaurants, and food stands located throughout the museum where you can grab a meal or a snack. You'll find a variety of cuisines, from French to international, catering to different tastes and budgets. However, it's worth noting that these dining establishments can be quite busy, especially during peak hours, so you may want to plan accordingly or consider dining outside the museum if you prefer a less crowded experience. Number 9. Is there a cloakroom or luggage storage available at the Louvre Museum? Yes, the Louvre Museum provides a cloakroom where you can store your coats, umbrellas, and small bags free of charge. However, larger bags, suitcases, and backpacks exceeding the maximum allowed size of 55 by 35 by 20 centimeters, must be stored in the museum's lockers, which are also available for free. It's important to note that the availability of lockers can be limited, especially during busy periods, so it's advisable to arrive early if you need to use this service. Number 10. Is the Louvre Museum worth it? The Louvre Museum in Paris is one of the most famous museums in the world. So yes, of course, it's worth a visit and you will probably not want to miss it on your first visit to the city. That being said, if your time in Paris is limited, we recommend planning not more than 2 to 3 hours for the Louvre, to quickly see the main sights. And if you decide not to visit inside, be sure to at least see the exterior of the building, the pyramids, and the park. So, these are some of our top tips for your first visit to the Louvre Museum in Paris. We hope that it gives you a good idea of what to expect and helps you plan an unforgettable visit. Thank you for watching our video. We're excited to hear your thoughts on which destination you'd like us to visit first. Please leave your choice in the comments below. Your input is important to us, and we appreciate your engagement. Please subscribe our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for our next video.